control.
So depend on the strategy of the civil society organization. Sometimes when we have to do something, what call more important, or that is directly dealing with the government, we have to ask for permission. Or sometimes when we would like our network to be recognized, or to be let's say to be recognized by the government, and even that is also benefit for the government, we invite the government and we ask permission to do that. But there's a lot of something that become a little bit sensitive to the government, so we did it freely. Without inform them, but sometimes we inform them, but we do not ask for permission. For example, when KPSN launched a research cap survey in this area, we proposed a letter to the chief minister. We asked for permission to be able to launch the cap survey, but we got no reply. But we did it. So we have already informed them, but they didn't
confirm.
So we did it. But when we actually went in the ground, some of the village tract administrator dared to accept our interview, but some dare not to accept it. And they asked her to have a letter from the township or something. So it's okay. So we left that village track and we went to another place. So maybe according to the research methodology, that is a little bit different, but not so many, because we are able to change the village that are very close to the one that we choose. So we can say that half independent. Depend on the organization. Some organization, because they fear that the government will not allow them to do anything further, or they'll not be able to get some funding from NGO. So maybe they try to listen to the government. But CSO that have their own vision to work for the community, will not listen to the government.
Have you ever been afraid of being arrested by the government for being outspoken, or for being part of a civil society network or something like this? Or you're not afraid that... No. What do you think you would have to do? Is there something do you self-censor yourself and not talk about certain issues or something?
We choose the situation and the time and the place. For example, when we launch the project that's funded by the UNDP, because it's a UNDP funded, so we try to organize town hall meeting at the township level, and we spoke freely, or we spoke openly with the government, the local government. So we said we are allowed to do this, and we got the funding from UNDP. It's So, and because of that project, I think our network is a little recognized by the government, because they know that they cannot avoid us. So they have to accept it.
So do you think sometimes this donor funding from outside could act at giving you a little bit more power? Or it depends?
No, not giving us power, but giving us provided funding, so we are able to build up our power. But some of them are very restricted, like, you have to do according to the government, something like that. We're not happy to deal with that kind of organization. So because we as a CSO, we like to do things independently, but we will consult with the government, not according to the government accent. So with this, I think this year we also work with Department of Rural Development Department. We also work with them. We try to find out the social accountability or service providing.
Yeah.
But we have to do the very worst thing. We say, oh, we are not finding your fault. We just want the public to participate in this project.
Yeah.
They accept it because the questionnaire that we provide is very simple. But when when we analyze it, we found out that this thing is needed.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to be very wise.
And have you, as a CSO, ever been invited to some consultations on national policies, for example, on environment or development issues?
No. We are invited by NGO like Asian Foundation or like UNFPA, but not by the government.
Okay. And do you think this, like the new environment policy or new climate change policy at the national level, do you think they reflect the interests of the entire population of the country?
No. Because even me, I didn't know about that. So they need a lot of consultation before they release the policy. But now we don't have any information or no people access.
And a lot of these are developed with support from the UN agencies. Do you think that could be undermining the democratic process of people?
As I said, some of the UN agency they are just working with the government, not with the others. So maybe they undermine something. So when we talk with because they have to do according to the government. Because they especially if we talk with the Japanese organization, they have to deal it with the G2G, not with the civil society. So when they use G2G, we are not able to participate in. But I think like America or USA, that's a latest space for us. They provide us a lot of space to be able to work by ourselves or with other organizations, and also different a little bit, but not Norway.
Okay. No.
Not Norway. And NP also. NP also. But not NRC.
Okay. And have you heard anything about REDD+, that they want to protect forests?
We heard about REDD+, but we don't understand what exactly REDD+ is.
No, exactly. So they haven't had any consultations in this area. No. Because they're still working on it, so I think they have not implemented anything yet. But their plan is to protect more forest areas, which can be very problematic because it could mean that people do not get access to the livelihoods that they have in the forest.
But then maybe depend on the policy of land use. For example, when you review the Kenya land use, you see that people can do mobile cultivation, but there's a lot of prohibition not to do in this place this way. They can do it, but there's